Elevate Zambia. Zambia.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to our first episode of the Elevate Cast. We, as the Elevate Cast, are bringing you amazing new content about motivation as well as elevation. My name is Akim Kavi, your host for today, and here in studio, I am joined by an amazing, inspirational, beautiful woman who has utilized their talent and skill. Her name is Betha. Welcome to the Elevate Cast.
Thank you so much, Akim. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
You look amazing.
Thank you. You look good too.
Thank you. Like the last time I saw you was in high school.
Yeah, it was.
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
I remember you were in a certain organization, the Home Economics Association
Yes,
of Zambia,
yes.
where we're utilizing our
Yes.
talents. You guys coming up with the value addition through makeup.
Exactly.
And I've just seen a few things on social media about you, like you coming up with the brand Beauty B.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Beauty B.
you bring up cosmetics and doing makeup on different people. That's amazing. But how did you manage? You know, after high school, a lot of teenagers as well as youths have a lot of limitations and challenges when it comes to financial accessibility. How did you manage and how did you have access to these things and you starting up the brand?
Okay, so firstly, I'm going to start with how the entrepreneurship mindset came in and how it all began.
Yeah.
So, in high school, you know, like everyone had their own fallouts, and I, for one, had my own issues. Like, we'll have past trauma and past issues, and it all started when, you know, I became a little bit rebellious. Maybe like in my 10th, 11th grade, yeah. And you know, I started going into things like, you know, drinking and smoking and all that. And when my parents came to know about all these things, you know how Zambian parents are. It's not something
they're
that they
so
would,
strict.
yes, they would agree to. So my mom thought the best option, the best solution was to limit my accessibility to like finances. Maybe like first carry 500 to school, I'll carry like maybe 100 kwacha. And also just some other financial battles that I was facing. So I always had what can I use? I always envied looking good.
Okay.
And I would do my own nails. I started as early as grade 7. I would do my own nails.
Wow, grade 7?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I would do my own nails. If my aunt is doing her eyeliner, I would copy and do that.
Yeah.
So when I reached somewhere like 10th, 11th grade, I had a friend who was a photographer, and he would always tell me, say, makeup looks good. You know, you should come to the studio and, you know, just do makeup on one of my clients here and there. So in high school is when the entrepreneurship journey began. And that's when we now started elevating and reaching more heights.
Yeah.
So after high school, now I'm done with school. But then because of certain circumstances in high school, I didn't really do well. And my family wasn't, you know, for the idea of, you know. So they decided to say, okay, you know what, let her go to Lusaka. So I moved to Lusaka and I started staying with my aunt.
So wait, where did you do your secondary?
My secondary
level
school
of education.
So I went to like 3 different high schools. I was at Lufanyama, I was at Pongwa South, then where I completed my grade 12 was at Choma Secondary School.
Wow, the one in Southern Province.
The one in Southern Province.
So Choma Secondary School had different clubs that allowed you guys to exhibit your talents.
Exactly.
Wow.
So Choma Secondary School was what brought the entrepreneur in me, brought it to life. Because I remember in high school, it all started out with like, you know, fun and games. We had access to makeup. We had a club. I think it was called what do you call this?
The Home Economics Association of Zambia.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had that club, and then in that club, you know, we had makeup equipment in the school. So we were allowed to bring our skills to life, and we'd cook and we'd do everything. So as I started utilizing those skills, you know, people would win competitions, and I think in 2019 or in 2020, I came out like the second best makeup artist in the Southern Province. Yeah. And after that, it gave me a little more confidence to say I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to reach more heights with my talent.
Wow, that is so amazing. Like, there are few people that want to show off their talents at secondary level. Teachers are so strict when it comes to secondary level of education. Like, they limit students because they're like, no, you're going to fail. They want to come up with that best record that, no, his school is the best. And then they limit students to like just elevate and utilize their talent. So aside from you doing makeup, what else do you do? What are your talents? What are your skills?
Okay, so right now, I'm a nail tech. I picked up that skill after high school. And I'm a makeup artist still in the training.
Wow.
Yes. And also, I'm launching my skincare products like soon.
We can't wait.
Yeah. So we've been doing a little more background information, a little more research. But yeah, it's called Skin Luxury. My beauty business is called Beauty Bee.
Beauty Bee.
Yes.
Okay.
And also we're just I'm an aspiring mental health activist. So with time, we'll have all these things working and branding.
So have you planned for your launch, or you're still looking for some sponsors, or trying to put things in place, ABCD?
In the beginning, I would think of things like sponsors, trying to get this, get that. But then I feel like if I put in all the effort and get things done from scratch, I'm going to have more, I'm going to love it more because it's going to be my baby and I'm going to take care of it like any other business. And also I have planned my launch. I plan on actually having like a small event where people come and they can have like gift bags of the products and
Wow, that's amazing. Schools have now changed and developed through this new Dawn government. They're just new implementations and things. I'm seeing changes, okay? I'm seeing changes and it's amazing. And research has proven that about 97% of youths have been able to utilize their talents and skills through depending factors such as economic opportunities, education, culture norms, as well as these government policies that have been implemented. Looking at the 2024, this year's Youth Indaba, His Excellency the President mentioned things to say youths are supposed to elevate and have accessibility with the help of the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Arts through associating with the NYDC, which is the National Youth Development Council. So youths have been able to socialize and have access to things like that. So on that note, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back after this.
Elevate Zambia.
Welcome back, and we're starting the conversation with Betha on how she has utilized her talent and benefited from it. Betha, so what are the obstacles or limitations that you have faced during your branding business, or what do you think are the obstacles or limitations that youths are facing in their journey of business and utilization of talent?
Okay, so when it comes to things like obstacles, limitations, and things like accessibility as well. These are all things that come in one range. And for I personally, I faced like so many things. Firstly, your family won't agree to an 18-year-old or 17-year-old starting a business or starting an entrepreneurship course. Two, our country is in a way, it's in a box. Our mindsets as a country are in a box, mostly looking at our parents. And also looking at the way the system has been made. So if you look at so many things like the education system, it's always, raise a child, they start school, they finish school, they graduate, they go to uni, they wait for a job. And they get married and they live happily, and it goes on and it goes forth. But then for our generation and the generations to come, we have a little more, I can put it as a stubborn mentality, because we're rebelling from this box, we are ripping it apart and we are going astray. So for me, it was really hard because no parent wants to fund you, no company wants to fund you, because they keep on telling you, go to school, you're wasting your time doing business. Your friends are in uni, your friends are doing other things with their lives, and they're here seated home doing what? So now, it all takes you down to, how am I going to get this thing done? So, there are times where business is good. And mind you, these are skills I'm teaching myself. I'm not being taught. So I have my tries and my errors. So I'll try something, I try a set. I remember one time, I think that was like in 2020 or 2022. A client came to me and told me, I want this set of nails. It was a trending new set, they're called acrylics now. And then I felt like I knew what I was doing, So I agreed to the set. I said, no, you can come, I can do the set for you. And luckily, this was a friend that was just supporting my business.
Wow.
So she comes to me, and then we do this set of nails, and then ask me what happens. She starts bleeding. Her cuticles starts to bleed.
God.
So now, the following day, she calls me like, my cuticles are bleeding. I had put too much product. I overfouled. My hours were limited. And these are things now. I lost a client. And she's never come back ever since. It's been so many years that I have never seen her again. So, lack of proper skills, education skills in the business, and also lack of financial support. Because there are times things will be okay, and then let's say I have a good 2 months, I buy equipment, buy this, buy that, and then the next 4 or 5 months I have no clients, so I have no backup system. All my money has been reinvested in my cosmetics, my products, in the business. So now I have to sit and wait for these customers. And also another thing is lack of educational knowledge, lack of managing finances. The fact that I was young and we have trendy lifestyles. I was born in the Gen Z area where we have phones as early as 5 or 6 years and everything is on social media. So now I get to a point where I'm seeing flashy lifestyles. My friends are out every Friday. I'm now turning 20 or turning 19. And, I have a boyfriend now. I want to get weaves. I want to explore. So you'll find that maybe sometimes I want to get the money and reinvest it. Of course I will. But then, if my friend tells me, okay, want to go out, want to go buy bojangos today, who am I to deny? I have the money.
Yeah.
So your thinking is a little limited. And these are some of the things I faced. Another thing I'm going to show you is that in, I think, 2023, and 2023, I had opened a salon in Dola. I had clientele in CBU, in Kitwe, in Chingola.
Wow.
Almost the whole copper belt. But then, I was caught up in the moment and I was feeling that, these clients weren't going well. They are my clients. They want, So I would cancel certain bookings and, I would postpone them to the next day or the third day. And maybe, I'd leave the girls at the salon because I don't know what to do here. So I'd leave the girls at the salon to do the job on their own. And managing of finances, I didn't really care much. So now, here I am. I have all the equipment left at the shop. I didn't really close because of poor management, but also those are one of the obstacles I faced to shut down the company. But if I had sat down and put things in place and, put my books in writing, in accounting, put A and B and C together, things were going to move smoothly. Now, still have those things that were running before now, but then because of poor management, it was really sad that I had to shut down. And now I'm at a point where I've learned through these lessons and we're starting afresh. We're not afraid to start and we go.
Wow, that's amazing. And there are a lot of obstacles, but what have you benefited from the utilization of what you're doing, and what have you gained from it?
Okay, so when it comes to the benefits, this is where the tricky part comes in. Entrepreneurship has a lot of disadvantages and a few more advantages, but then those few advantages are what keeps you going.
Yeah.
So I'll put it this way. In a year, an entrepreneur can have one good break, maybe even a 10,000 US dollars, and then the rest of the years is just bad.
Yeah.
But one of the benefits of being a young entrepreneur for me was I became financially independent at a very young age, and also it helps me plan for my future better. Because the moment your African parents see that you are doing entrepreneurship, they pull out. They don't want anything to do with it because their friends are laughing at them. What is your
what they want is school.
Yes. So it makes you plan ahead. You start planning ahead. You have the confidence of walking into rooms because one, you're your own brand. You're your own marketing service. You're your own advert. So now, wherever you go, be it a club, be it a hotel, be it a hospital, hi, my name is Bertha, I'm a nail tech, I'm Shani. Oh, do you have a wife? Your wife? Okay, your wife can come. She can come do her nails. So for the first three sessions, she can pay this much. The third one is going to be free. So it's you learn marketing strategies, things people learn in universities and in high schools in other countries. You teach yourself, and it also boosts your confidence as an entrepreneur. Because now there are times where you have to. Things get rough and you're like, maybe I go look for funding. You boost all your confidence. You don't know. No, you won't even tell anybody. Say, okay, I'm going to this office to go look for a sponsor. You just get up, dress smart, and go present yourself. You don't care what people will think, what people will say. It just gets you there.
I like the confidence in you.
Yeah. And also, another thing is, people are critics. Mostly like on social media, mostly on these social media platforms, in your families. We have the biggest critics around us, and these are people that are close to us. So once you start something and they don't see the benefit of it, they'll criticize you. But then, because of that hope and faith that you have, so this is going to work out, you keep on pushing yourself. And as a result, you give a definite criticism. So even when your brand becomes big, whether people say, I use this product, it gave me an outbreak, you will stand by your word to say, I know what I'm doing. Maybe it's your skin type and it's your, but not, you never give attention to people who speak of negativity. It's one of the hugest benefits I've come across so far.
So Bertha, looking at how your business is moving and how you're branding everything, how has your family, or rather your parents, supported you in this journey?
Okay, so I think I mentioned something earlier to say in the beginning, no one was really in support because the mentality of school and everything. But then after high school, I think my mom became more open to the idea of me doing what I love. And then I think she surprised me with my first ever machine for like equipment. And I wasn't yet into the business full time. And she just said, so here I got you something, here, I think it was a birthday present. And that gave me enough motivation and enough hope. And also my family has really been supportive in a manner that they come to me for my services, even when I was an amateur, like the previous day my sister was sending me photos of nails should do and should always pay. To date, she always pays for my services. My aunties, they'll come for their face beads. Even now, like my makeup is not good, but they still come and they still support, and it's really motivating, it really pushes me.
Yeah, that's motivating.
And it really gets me going. So they're really supportive.
Yeah, because family and parents are like a blessing.
True.
When parents say something to what you're doing, it's a blessing. You're able to do something freely. Let's give an example of Musa Zambia, the woman that plays the role in Pali, Frederick's girlfriend.
Yeah. The one from Singapore?
Yeah. Sharik's girlfriend.
Yeah.
The time she was participating in that beauty pageant, I was working that side. I was one of the organizers, and I saw the family in t-shirts, like Team Musa. And then guess what? She won the pageant. She was Miss Zambia.
That's really amazing.
Yeah, and parental support. Once your family is there, you're free to do everything. So, are you single? Are you married?
That question.
Like, look at what you're doing. And, someone would ask, are you married? Are you single? Or maybe, I'm not sure.
I would say for female entrepreneurs, in the beginning, relationships were a little more rough because I used to travel a lot. I had clients all over, and I didn't feel like I had any need of finding a man or being in a relationship until somewhere around June last year, May, June. A handsome man just came and swept me off my feet. And now, we might be crossing the happily ever after soon. So I'm in a relationship and he's really supportive.
Whoosh, I'm looking forward.
Don't worry.
So, you're branding your cosmetic business on social media. And then, social media is all about critics, negative vibes. There are other people who don't like what you're doing. Has that affected your mental health or maybe your business? How would you put it?
Business in all really messes up with someone's mental health. As I said a few moments ago, I talked about how I zoned out from wanting to be in a relationship. Those are one of the things that it's mental, like being in love or being with someone is mental. And because you are so in sync with what you're doing, it cuts you off that. And also it gets really depressing, because I told you earlier to say, when you start a business, you have zero support, you have zero followers.
Yeah.
And it becomes frustrating when you've put in your all, you've branded, and it gets to a point where you've done everything you think you can do. Every way in the book, you've done the marketing, you've advertised, you've branded, like everything is on point. You can get the best digital photographer to take photos of your work. You can get the best digital designer to design your logos. You can pay the highest amount of ads, but still not in one client, and it has seasons. So at that moment, if you're not strong, it really gets you and it really hits you hard.
Yeah.
And for me, in the beginning, it wasn't really bad until somewhere like last year crossing over to this year, business in all really made me mentally ill. It affected how I talk to people, how I interacted with my family, how I interacted with my partner. It just makes you feel like giving up. And all you want to do is just stay in bed, wake up, use the bathroom, go back in bed, not even thinking about eating, because it gets you in the trenches. So you have to really be strong. It will affect you where you thought you'd never be affected. I saw a quote the other day that said, it can never be me was the statement until it became me.
Wow.
That was me, I'm complaining about business. It can't be me. It can't be me until it became me. So it will really affect you in so many ways. But my advice at the end of the day is just to be strong mentally. Also, support is really minimal in the beginning. As I keep on saying this, because your family is still doubting, like, what does this person do? Does it really work? Because they have zero knowledge about it. Even for your friends, there are people who are jealous of you, people who don't want to see you succeed. So don't tarnish your name. And this is why I always talk about to say, as an entrepreneur, your name must be of standard. You must always be a person that represents yourself well. Whether people are saying negative or people are saying positive, always make sure when you walk into a room, they have nothing to pin on you. Like, the one can come to you and say, oh, I saw you the other day, you were drunk, you were lousy, you were all over the place, you are puking, or no, he was in a fight in public, or the other day, keep your personal life private. Because no one, if everybody has access to your personal life, it tarnishes your business and it messes your mental health.
I love your confidence. I think you're a strong woman. Thank you.
Many people say that. I hope I am.
You're a strong woman, because looking at what you went through and how you overcame everything, that's so great, and it's just perfect. You're a vibe. So before we end the show, what advice would you give to young youths out there that have gotten something from what you've said, those that are striving so hard to be someone out there and start an entrepreneurship business like the way you're doing it?
Okay, so when it comes to advice, the first thing I would tell every youth, every business personnel is, firstly, put God first. Prayer has been one thing that has gotten me to where I am now. It's moved me from lower to higher, and it's helped me climb mountains I thought I wouldn't climb. And secondly, if you're starting a business or you plan on starting a business, the money is never little. If you have a tukwacha, start. If you know suppliers or you want to make consultations, always just go and say, can I make installments? Can I make down payments? When you have a 5 kwacha, send it to them. When you have a 2 kwacha, send it to them. And within time, whatever business you're trying to do, just start. God doesn't give you a business idea without the clientele. You will always have a business idea and the clientele will always be there. And also, even if everyone is doing it, you also have your people. Because I have people that I get cakes from. I have one specific person. I have people that I get shoes from. I have one specific. I don't go to anybody and everybody. So don't lose hope. Pray. Be positive about it. Have the confidence. Try to gain as much knowledge as possible, and always be in trend with whatever it is you are trying to start. If it's a cooking business, if it's a catering, that's the same thing. If it's a catering business, or whatever it is, just start and pray and push, and everything will fall into place.
Thank you so much, Betha, for coming. We're so glad and happy to have you as the Elevate Cast. You know, these are rare opportunities, and you bring out your business here on media is something that's amazing and rare to see. And we're looking forward to the launch of your business as well as your wedding. So we're looking forward to all those things. Otherwise, it was great having you here.
Thank you so much. It was lovely being here.
Yeah.
I hope to see you guys soon.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've gotten something from the conversation that we had with Betha. Don't forget to follow us on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. For me and the crew, it's goodbye and God bless you.